Welcome to your digital art class. I am your art teacher, Miss Roth. Every day you will come here and there will be a video for you to watch where I will tell you about a real artist that really lived or might even still be alive today. And then together I show you how to draw something that is inspired by that artist's artwork. If you have an artist that you really love, and you want me to do a video lesson on them, send me a message or email me that artist's name and I just might pick your artists to feature in my next video lesson. Today's artist was suggested to me by one of my first graders, Marshall C. So thank you, Marshall, for your suggestion. Today, we are going to learn about a comic strip artist named Bill Watterson. Now, it used to be that people got their newspapers delivered to their house every day, or maybe once a week. And there would be a section of just comic strips in that newspaper. A comic strip is not a whole comic book, but just a few squares that would tell a little story or a little joke. Bill Watterson, the artist that we're talking about today, is an artist that is from America, and he's still alive today. He's the creator of the famous comic strip named Calvin and Hobbes. The comic strip Calvin and Hobbes is about a 6-year-old boy named Calvin who's a bit of a troublemaker, but he's also very smart and very creative. And his best friend, Hobbes, is Calvin and Hobbes. And Hobbes happens to be a tiger. And he also happens to be a stuffed animal. Bill Watterson did not create the Calvin and Hobbes comic strips on his first try. He made a bunch of other comic strips that didn't become so popular. It took him a lot of trying and failing and trying again before he made his most popular comic strip, Calvin and Hobbes. So in honor of Bill Watterson and Calvin and Hobbes, we are going to learn how to draw Calvin. Okay, boys and girls, to draw Calvin, we are going to start with his facial features and then go out. So his mouth is kind of triangle shaped. So we're going to start with a line that is not going perfectly straight across, but slightly diagonal. And then we're going to do the bottom part of the triangle like that. And inside his mouth, he has a tongue, but it's really dark in there, so you only see a bit. Like that. Now for his nose, it's a pretty simple C shape. And then his eyes are just two little ovals. Done. Now for his head, we're going to bring a line over here, and it's going to go like this, just kind of in line with his mouth. Now we're going to do a really big backwards C shape, and that is his ear. I know it looks crazy big, but it'll look normal in just a minute. Now we're going to continue this line a tiny bit on the other side of his ear. Now for the other side of his face, we're going to go across and up. And then when we get to the other side of his mouth, that's when we're going to go up a lot more. And up. And we're going to do a little curve over here for his ear on the other side. Now we're going to do some zigzags and some A shapes and some V shapes to get his hair. So we're going to do 2 lines here, then a line going across here, another one. Then from here we go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then 2 lines. Then from the bottom of this one, we go out 2 lines, and then add another zigzag. and 2 more lines. That's the top part of his hair. Now to do the edge of his forehead, we're just going to do a line here and a line here. And then maybe one there. And that's his head. Now we're going to do his t-shirt. So from the side of his head right here, we're going to go out. And from the side of this head here, we're going to go out. Slightly diagonal. Then down, down, going back up just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more here. Now instead of going straight down from the edge of this shirt, we're going to go up a little bit, past that line, and keep going. Now from here, we go down. And then this goes straight across. Now in comic books or in comic strips, there's a box around people, and this box is going to be pretty zoomed in. So we're not going to see the bottom part of him, like his legs, so we don't have to draw those. That's nice for us. So for Calvin's arms, it's just 2 little lines for his wrist, and his hands are pretty easy. It's an upside down U for his thumb, then like a J shape right here, and then 2 more U's. 1, 2. Same thing on this side. So we do 2 lines for his wrist, an upside down U for his thumb, one on the opposite side, and then 2 more. Now we're going to do a speech bubble. Now, a speech bubble is where in comics it writes the words so that you can know what the person is saying. So we're going to do a circle, but we're not going to connect it all the way. Then we do a V towards his mouth. Doing a V, and the point of the V is pointing towards his mouth. Now you can write whatever you want inside that speech bubble. Now we got to do a box around him. So since the edge of his shirt is the bottom of our box, we're going to go across and up. Make sure you go all the way past his hair and past your speech bubble. Then across, down, and then back across. Now we get to color this in. Now we're going to do all of our outlines in black because for comic strips, they always use black ink. So we're going to do it in black first and then color it in with crayon. And don't forget to write your own message to show what Calvin is saying. I can't wait to see how yours turned out.